Willie D. Live.
What's up, family? We've heard from different people connected to Nolan Wells, but there's one name that keeps popping up when people ask who they still want to hear from. Wyatt Pyron. Yeah, Wyatt is a baseball standout. Yeah, Wyatt played for Biloxi. Pretty damn good, I hear. Yeah, who is Wyatt Pyron? He was only the guy operating the boat on that day that Nolan Wells went missing. Yeah, so anyway, fam, he's also the guy who was on that CETO call. He's the one who was just exasperated with the CETO dispatcher. Remember, he was very rude. Yeah, very rude, annoyed, one might say, especially when she said, "Do you need CETO?" He said, "No, we don't need them." I said, "No, we don't need them." Why wouldn't you need the Coast Guard to come out? If your boat is sinking, they could get there faster and help out a lot more than a towing company, wouldn't you think? Yeah. So anyway, fam, yeah, this dude right here, we have not heard anything from him at all. Have not heard anything. I mean, zip, nothing. Why is that? Why is that? Now, check this out, fam. Let's be clear. Uh, the silence don't really prove anything, but because people believe his firsthand account could fill in some of the biggest gaps in Nolan's final hours, they want to hear from him. And that's only right, right? That's fair. When you think that's fair. Wyatt Pyron is the friend everybody wants to hear from. With so many different voices discussing Nolan Wells, people want to hear what Wyatt has to say. They want him to explain in his own words what he personally saw, heard, and did. That's right. This isn't about accusing Wyatt of anything. Let's get that out the gate. Wanting his account doesn't mean he's guilty. Doesn't mean he's guilty of anything. Doesn't mean that he's involved in any wrongdoing or hiding something. The central question is simple. What does Wyatt know about Nolan's final hours? First-hand information is far more valuable than rumors or second-hand accounts. When did Wyatt last personally see Nolan? He did. We need to establish a timeline, location, and circumstances as precisely as possible. What was Nolan doing when Wyatt last saw him? Was Nolan standing talking to someone on the island? Was he on the boat enjoying a drink? Or was he knocked out for some reason? Was he struggling for oxygen when he last saw him? Was he on the island face down? What was Wyatt doing the last time he saw Nolan? Who else was present? And what happened immediately afterwards? What condition was Nolan in? How was he behaving? Did anything seem unusual? When did Wyatt realize Nolan was missing? That moment needs to be placed alongside everyone else's timeline so we can make some comparisons. Yeah. What did Wyatt do after realizing Nolan couldn't be found? Did he call Nolan? Search for Nolan? Contact friends? Or notify anybody else? Who did Wyatt believe had seen Nolan last? And what was he told about Nolan's whereabouts? What was being said amongst the friends while Nolan was missing? Did Wyatt communicate with Nolan that night? Calls, texts, or other communications could help establish chronology. Has Wyatt provided investigators with a complete statement? Remember, not speaking publicly doesn't mean he hasn't cooperated with law enforcement. But we still need to know, did investigators seek access to Wyatt's phone or other digital information? Did he voluntarily give it to him? If so, objective records could potentially corroborate or challenge people's memories. Does Wyatt's timeline match the timelines provided by the other friends? Minor differences can be normal. Major differences could deserve an explanation. So, I'm going to ask again, why hasn't Wyatt spoken publicly? There are plenty of legitimate possibilities, including legal advice, privacy, or simple not wanting to participate in a media circus. Which one do you think it is, fam? Let's take a quick poll. Which one do you think it is? Do you think he hasn't spoken because of the legal advice he's received? Give me a thumbs up if you think he hasn't spoken because of the legal advice. 2 thumbs up if you think he hasn't spoken because of privacy. Give me 3 thumbs up if you think he just don't want to be part of the media circus. I'll tell you what I think. Wyatt doesn't owe YouTube an interview. But if he has important first-hand information, the real issue is whether investigators have thoroughly documented it. If Nolan is the friend he claims Nolan was, his best friend, best buddy, you got to do everything you can within your power to get his family justice. That's if you truly are a friend. If Wyatt doesn't speak, forget the dramatic statements and listen for specifics. I mean, if he does speak. Forget that. Forget all of the statements and listen for the specifics. What are we listening for? We're listening for time. We're listening for locations. We're listening for conversations and sequence of events. That's what we're listening for. I'd especially want to know what Wyatt remembers before anyone knew Nolan was dead. But I would also equally want to know what Wyatt's thoughts were when he found out Nolan was dead. And what did he do? Who did he call? Who did he text? I need to know that. See, I should really have me as an investigator because I'm digging, man. I find out that little youngsters too, man, they ain't begin to start living. I mean, oh yeah, I get them. Hey, if it's something there, I'll find out. It's important to note that early observations can particularly be valuable because they're less influenced by everything learned afterwards. What did Wyatt initially believe happened to Nolan? And has anything he's learned since that time changed that belief? Does Wyatt believe Nolan's death was simply an accidental drowning? If that's his position, hearing why he believes that it could be important too. There should not be a premeditated answer because we're trying to get the truth from Warren, from Wyatt, or Warren too. Warren, whole nother story. Warren been doing all the talking. Warren has come forward and he has been extremely talkative. It really doesn't matter what he say from this point on. It's what he said in that first interview with Tatum, with Black People Hate Him Tatum. The way he was so stoic and even keeled, no emotions whatsoever. He was just pretty flat. It's very suspicious to me. I'm just saying, fam. I don't know. Maybe he just built different, but this is why they have these psychotherapists like Elliot Connie. They have people who work for the FBI who are trained to study body language. They're trained to study breathing patterns, your words, you know. Why could potentially clear up speculation rather than create more of it. Sometimes the person everybody's waiting to hear from doesn't deliver the bombshell. And we ain't really looking for a bombshell. We're just looking for the truth. We just want him to fill in the blanks, right? Just put the missing pieces in place. That's all. The biggest question for Wyatt isn't what are you hiding? It's what can you tell us about Nolan Wells' final hours that we don't already know? We've heard from everybody pretty much. We've heard from so many people. We got to hear from Wyatt. He was on the CETO call. That's a big part. He's on that CETO call. Indisputable. He was in control of that boat. He was captaining the boat. We want to hear from Wyatt sooner than later. No more talk.